My name is Carol, and I'm a past elder for Knoll Ridge Christian Church. We've created this 14-day meditation to remind everyone that we all share a faith walk together. In the coming weeks, we'll focus on 7 segments. 1, the reality of what is happening. 2, the reason as we understand it. 3, our response. 4, reaching out. 5, reevaluating and learning from the experience. 6, rebounding. And finally, 7, the rewards. Last week, Phil talked about the reality of the COVID pandemic. This week, we're talking about how we understand the reason for this crisis. Many of us might be saying things like, God, why is this happening to me? Why am I being punished? Am I a bad person? Now, we all know that since we aren't God, we can't know for certain what this is about. But I know for sure that during difficult times such as these, God is walking right beside us, comforting us and loving us. Let's consider the scripture from James 1, 2-4. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of any kind, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. Notice James doesn't say that God is punishing us. He doesn't say that God is creating our suffering. He merely acknowledges that experiencing trials and tribulations is a part of life, the exact part that teaches us lessons and builds our perseverance. Through these trials, we become more mature and complete as Christians and as human beings. When I was a little girl, I tried to ice skate. Well, I fell down once, twice, 3 times. I cried because falling down really hurt. And then at that tender age, I made a decision to quit. I never ice skated again. And to this day, I wish I had gotten up just once more, dusted myself off, and tried again. But I let my struggles defeat me, so I never grew from the experience. Years later, I became a mother of 3 children. Now, if you're a parent, you know how difficult it is to raise kids. I failed many, many times. I wanted to give up, to walk away, but I knew that these children had been given to me and that my husband and I were responsible to raise them as best we could. Quitting was not an option. And so I struggled. I cried because I really hurt failing as a mother. And while I gave up ice skating, I never, ever gave up as a mother, even when it was a tremendous struggle, even when I felt like an utter failure. I took my children to church. I sought the advice of those older, wiser Christians. I turned to God, praying for wisdom. And along that long journey, I learned to trust that God supported my path. I became a more mature, wiser parent, and boy, oh boy, did I learn from those challenging years. I learned perseverance, and much like the story of one set of footprints in the sand, I know that with my whole heart, God carried me many, many times. God didn't send my suffering, but was right beside me, guiding me, supporting me, and loving me through my trials. And so I don't believe that this pandemic was sent to cause suffering. I believe that this pandemic offers us an opportunity to learn and to grow. We can face this challenge like I did with ice skating. We can just give up. But I think as Christians, this can be a time of great insights as we become more mindful of our role in this world. Has God sent us a person to comfort? Maybe a charity to support? Or maybe this is a time for a family member to be forgiven. Are we being asked to spend more time in nature, in prayer, or in contemplation? Sit down with God today, seeking wisdom and guidance as you move through your life and through this recent trial. Will you pray with me? O great Creator, we feel lost, confused, afraid. We feel helpless and angry. Guide us through these challenging times. Awaken in us an awareness of your presence. Comfort those who are suffering and bring us to a new reality on higher ground with you by our side. Amen. Thank you for joining us.
You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we gonna walk it out and move mountains. We're gonna pray it out.